and welcome back to my channel. So if you want to see how I got this look right here, then stay tuned. To begin, I'm taking the Becca First Light Priming filter, and I love this stuff. And I'm just gonna pop that onto my face. How's everybody's New Year going? Mine is, it's going good. I'm just so tired. We've had a lot going on already. Like events, not like stuff happening, but I'm just so tired this morning. It is Sunday morning. I'm getting ready to go to church and I'm just tired. I gotta have my little bit of coffee. Let me get me a little bit of coffee real quick. I am taking my usual L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade Creamy Natural, and I'm gonna pop this on. I'm gonna pop this on with a beauty blender. Oh, I forgot to put the little oil in it. Meh, it'll be all right. And I don't think I've used a single, other than the Revlon one, I don't think I've touched another foundation since I found this one. I just love it so much. And it's so crazy how I can look one way on camera, but look, oh, well, that's great. Can't see it on camera, but my nose is peeling. So, no, you can't. Oh no. I'm gonna leave my face how it is for now, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my eyebrows. I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Kit in the shade Medium. Stepped up my game because the light was just not working for me. And to be honest, the medium, the powder isn't dark enough to fill in this gap. Like, I hate this right here. You see that gap on my outer? Ugh. It's so difficult to work with. So, I'm thinking about just like kind of trimming this top portion down a little bit to where it's a little bit easier to work with. Because it is quite the annoyance. All right, I'm gonna record like this way for a minute just to see what lighting y'all prefer. Now, I know that there's some shadows on my face right now. I just can't figure it out. Like, I can't figure out how I want my lighting to be. So I've like switched the camera around so I'm in front of a window now. So this is like natural lighting. Let me cut on the overhead lights. Hang on. Okay, and here is me with the overhead lights on and in front of the window. Would you rather me look like this or like this shot before? I'm kind of preferring the shot before right now just because the lighting isn't the best in here. I just don't know. All right, I'm gonna start out using the Dream Street palette by Colourpop and Kathleen Lights. Or Kathleen Lights and Colourpop if you want to get all technical. And I think what I'm going to do, I spilled some glitter in the palette, so oops. But I'm going to pick up, let's see, I'm going to pick up this shade right here first on just this very dirty brush, and I'm going to be popping that into my crease. I can't zoom in on this lens, but I will bring you closer. Don't look at my brows. I know they're awful, okay? I'm working on them. I'm working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by applying this directly into my crease, just kind of back and forth like this. Oh, perfect. Kind of turning the brush sideways like this and applying it like that. Then I'm also going to take it and just like lightly feather out up towards my brow bone. Not too intense. I just want to blend it out a little bit more. This is going to be like the super basic transition. And next I'm gonna be taking this shade right here, and I'm gonna be placing it with the same brush, and instead of doing it sideways like this, we're just gonna do it vertical. So I'm gonna place that directly into the crease. Back and forth, just like that. That makes sense? So just like that. All right, and essentially we're just gonna keep picking up shades in the palette and doing that same thing. So I'm gonna be picking up this kind of reddish shade here, not the one beside it, this darker color. And we're gonna tap that excess off because we don't want too much of it. I just want to bring a little bit of that into the crease because that is what we will use on our lids somewhat. So just keep applying that in there and layering. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush like this. It's kind of flat, but it's a little bit fluffier. And I'm going to be picking up that same yellowish transition shade that we used earlier. And we are going to be popping that on top and blending out that edge up top. You can already see the difference in something that's working its way on being blended versus not. Last but not least, in this palette, we're going to be picking up this dark brown shade right here with that same brush that we've been using. And we're going to do the same technique with it, except we are definitely not bringing it up. We're just going to kind of pop it right here. I really want to add depth to that crease, and I want to make it to where it doesn't come up too high into what we've already blended. And back in with that blending brush, this time with no additional product, and I'm just going to lightly kind of run over it to blend that top portion out, and we're going to leave the bottom how it is. The LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm just going to carve out a crease with it and just kind of like but I'm gonna leave this outer corner and try not to open my eye. All right, and once it looks like this, I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna take this shade right here on just like a little pointed brush, and I am gonna pack that onto that area. You can use whatever kind of brush that you want. I just want one that I'll be able to pack easily with. Okay, and after you've done that, I'm gonna go back in with that brown shade and lightly carve out that crease and make sure that there is a nice difference in between the matte shade and the shimmer shade that we just put on there. Just about like that. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of that darker color and pack that onto the outer portion where we left off that color, where we did not put the concealer, and we're just gonna pack it on there. Take that brush that we have been blending with the whole time and just kind of rake up with it and blend that outer corner out. And now I'm gonna spritz my finger with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set just to get it a little damp. And I'm gonna pick up this shade right here with that finger, and I'm gonna pop that on the center of the lid. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go over the whole thing because it's a pretty color. Okay, and once we have reached it to this point, I'm just gonna go in with some concealer, and this is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I have to apply this kind of quick and like one at a time, otherwise it does turn really pink on me, and I probably should have, you know, gotten the right color to begin with, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go underneath my eye with it and up, and when I do, I'm going to carve this out and make sure that it is like this rather than like rounded. And I'm gonna have to hurry and go ahead and apply this all the way down here. Take my Beauty Blender and blend that bad boy out, and I'm gonna go right on up to the lash line. That's why we waited to put our lash line color on after, and just keep blending, just keep blending. Okay, and now I believe we are ready for powder. I'm gonna go ahead and bake my under eye. I'm gonna use the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. I'm just gonna go right underneath, like right here and right here, just so when I apply my lower lash line, if I get any fallout or anything, I can dust it off. But I don't like to put it all the way on it because I find when I put my highlight on, it doesn't blend well. So I'm just gonna do it like that, and I'm also going to put a little bit on the sides of my nose because that does get kind of gross right there. All right, and for that lower lash line, I am just gonna pick up, starting with this shade right here, and we are gonna go ahead and run that on the lower lashes. And last but not least, we're going in with that brown. And for this portion, I'm gonna go as close to the lower lash line as possible. I don't wanna get it too far down. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my contour with the Tarte's Pro Glow palette. I use this literally every day in the shade Sculpt. And we are gonna pick that bad boy up and just chisel out some chickies. Right, and I'm also just gonna kind of squeeze the brush a little bit and dust it off and go down the sides of my nostril. I suck at a nose contour, but I at least try to do a little something to it. And we're just gonna go right underneath there. About like that. Everything up there, but I'm not gonna like go over to this side because that is where I like to highlight. I'm gonna kind of go this way with it. Because if I go over here, for some reason my highlight just does not stand out near as well. It's like laying over a powder and it just doesn't look good. And I just got glitter all over my face. So for blush, I'm going in with the LA Colors blush in the shade Peach Rose. What are you looking at?
The mailman.
What do you mean?
The mailman on a Sunday morning at our neighbor's house.
It's awkward. And I'm just gonna take this very old Walmart brush and swirl him around on my cheek. It is odd.
In an actual mailman's truck.
Well, he didn't get done with his runs, I guess.
They said the mailman.
And now for my favorite highlight, I have been using the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick in the shade Rose Gold. And I have been like smushing my highlighting brush together and running it in this white shade here. And it has very pretty gold reflex to it. So let me see if you'll be able to see it once I apply. It's just the prettiest little gold reflect and something so inexpensive. And it also can be a blush, you know what I mean? So I love it. Oh, look at that, how beautiful. And it's just so I don't even know, you know. And so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this a little bit to my chin, up her. Everywhere the light will touch will be yours, simple. I watched Lion King last night. It came on freeform and I recorded it. And Lion King 2 came on as well. I am loving how it's coming out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Professional Waterproof Mascara. And I am going to pop that onto my eyeballs and give you a little quick demo. Actually, do I want to go in? Nah, no eyeliner. No eyeliner today. Okay, and before I go in with lashes, I'm going to take the LA Girl lip liner in Natural Cream. And I did not know this was LA Girl because this was awesome. And I don't have a sharpener, so I just like kind of like broke back the edges. I am going to line my lips with it. Ow, 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 ow. Gosh, look at how pretty that color is. What if I had no upper lip? Okay, let's fix that. Ow! Hang on, I gotta break it back a little bit. Ooh. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, got a little bit more. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Vegas Nay lashes. They're super dramatic. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of lay one on top so you can kind of get the gist of what he's gonna look like. Oh dang. Completely covers up the eyeball, but it's pretty. This is the finished look. I think I put this one on a little crooked, but that's okay, we're gonna ignore it. So if you like this video, you can give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day and God bless.